The PSP Southampton Boat Show draws thousands of visitors to see the latest cutting-edge technology. But sometimes the biggest attractions have a bit more history behind them.
Jubilee Sailing Trust is a very unique charity. Pleasure to be at the boat show this year as well. As you can see on board Lord Nelson, which was built in 1986, been sailing for coming on 24 years now. Basically what she is a three-masted bark specifically made to sail with people of all abilities. We sail with 40 voyage crew throughout the year. That's 20 people able-bodied and 20 people with all kinds of physical disabilities. On the ship you will find, if you come and have a lovely tour with us, there's some mechanical lifts. There's also lower ropes to be pulled if you're in a wheelchair. It might be quite hard to pull ropes higher up. And there's also things like braille on all the signs, as well as wooden strips raised in the middle of the deck, so you can ensure you're in the middle of the deck at all times, even if you're visually impaired. What we run here on the ship is a buddying system. So what we do is, if you're going to come sailing with us and you may have a disability, we'll give you a buddy who is able-bodied, and that whole interaction between the two people on board really does benefit everybody. Well, as you can hear in the background, we've got the jazz band playing. The weather is fine today, so fantastic. And the boat show, as it's local to us, both of our ships, Tenacious and Lord Nelson, were built in Southampton. It's a fantastic show for us, and we've got a lot of people who obviously love sailing, and last year alone we managed to raise over £8,000 and book many people on voyages, many of whom have come sailing with us again. So we're really thankful to PSP and the boat show for having us again this year.
For those visitors wanting to experience the extremes of sailing and powerboating, the Volvo Ocean Race Village is a place to head to. You can try your hand at winch grinding and see if you can post a winning time. The Domed Cinema takes you behind the scenes of the race, where you can see the reality of life on board a Volvo Open 70 yacht.
When I think about it, I still have hair racing in the back of my head.
The ride simulator brings to life the reality of smashing through waves in the Southern Ocean. The P1 simulator brings extreme speeds to life, and you can experience the thrills of offshore powerboat racing. Many boat builders used the PSP Southampton Boat Show to launch their new models, and British builder Sea Line unveiled their latest.
The F46 was launched at the show on Friday, and what's really great about the boat is that it has a real modern British design feel to it. It's been designed with large, spacious, sociable areas for you to enjoy with your friends and family whilst at sea. As you can see, there's a full wraparound screen and really open plan feel to the boat, so that when you're on board with guests you can really relax and enjoy some quality social time. Sea Line's always adopted a really open and friendly family approach to all of our guests at the show. You can get on board every boat that's here. Sometimes you have to wait 5 minutes to get on the bigger boats, but that's really so we can firstly take care of the customer experience when you're on the boat, and you can have a really good look and see the spacious features, and also we can take care of the boats to make sure they don't get damaged.
The show is packed full of sailing heroes and celebrities, and Round Britain record breaker Jeff Holt was previewing his latest challenge.
Welcome to Impossible Dream, 60-foot catamaran that I plan to be sailing across the Atlantic later this year. I want to be the first quadriplegic to do it unassisted in every aspect of the sailing. I'll have someone with me helping look after me, but I'm going to be sailing this beautiful yacht from Lanzarote over to the Caribbean. Well, first and foremost, she's a catamaran. That makes her, with two hulls, she's a big, wide, flat platform, which means that she's probably one of the few yachts in the world, if not the only one, where I can get onto the foredeck in my electric wheelchair. Inside, she's got a wealth of electronics and hydraulics that enables me to sail this boat with the push of a button. She's got roller-furled staysail, genoa and mainsail. So I push a button, the sails unfurl, I push another button and it sheets the sheets in. So that's what enables me to sail this boat. First and foremost, I'm looking forward to just remembering that feeling of being in the middle of an ocean. Any yachtsman that's been in the middle of an ocean, that feeling of almost insignificance as a human being, thousands of miles to land, and here you are on this little bit of plastic in the middle of the ocean. Things I'm worried about, well, I guess one of the main worries for me is sleep deprivation. I like a good 8 hours at night, me, and And because I'm doing all the sailing, I'm going to have to get used to catnapping a lot more, because obviously I've got to try and keep as much of a watch as I can, even though we're going to be out of the shipping lanes. But that's about it. Obviously the usual ones, weather, you can never really guarantee what the weather's going to be. We just got to play it by ear. When I sailed around Great Britain 2 years ago, I realised it had inspired a lot of people to take a look at their lives. Some of those people took up sailing, some of those people didn't, but it inspired a lot of people to think about what they were doing. And that's what I'm hoping with this challenge. Hopefully it will encourage more disabled people to maybe take up sailing, but even if it just inspires them to get out of bed and do something positive with their lives, that's good enough for me.
There's something new to see every day at the PSP Southampton Boat Show, so head down to Mayflower Park before Sunday the 20th of September.